Hey Sagittarius, I am doing your energy check today. It is November 28th, but anytime you receive these messages is divine timing. So we're looking at your energy in present time. We've got the World card that flipped out reversed. I'm going to put it back in. We're calling on your angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anyone else. Talking to my angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. And we're looking at your energy in present time for the next few days into the beginning of December. Okay, here we go. So your situation, your energy, we've got the Chariot reversed. We've got the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and the King of Cups. When I was pre-shuffling, the King of Cups came out. So I'm noting that. So the energy here is talking a lot about, it's kind of very, it's single energy or doing things yourself, having things on your own, having resources around you that you have procured. The King of Pentacles is very solid, safe, and secure on their throne, really creating a foundation without any cracks in it, ungrounding from things that create cracks. And it kind of feels like the King of Cups is the in-love king. It's the energy of, I feel like somebody saying, when I'm in love, I create foundations that have cracks in them. Or when I feel love feelings, I feel unstable or ungrounded. So there's some kind of energy around you that is talking about love being unstable or feeling like it's unstable. And so you're not totally investing in it. And the Chariot reversed is like, I have to plan before I can really go forward with this momentum. So let's start asking some questions here, Sagittarius. Yeah, I will get to that Nine of Pentacles here in a second. Let's look at the Chariot reverse. So what is the deal? This is also some kind of, wow, what a word, stymied is coming up. Some kind of stymied energy or some kind of halt in the fast forward momentum. And this has to do with the devil. This has to do, so the devil reversed is recognizing themes and patterns that don't serve you. So addiction, oppression, codependence, stuff like that, things that make you feel resistance or blocked, things that are blocking you. And this Chariot reverse seems to have something to do with recognizing things that are blocking you. I almost feel like this is a halt. Let me get there. Let's see. The Chariot is stopping the momentum of moving forward. Something has stopped you and from moving forward, and it has to do with recognizing blocks. Here's a lack of communication or a lack of response, a lack of back and forth. I'm even hearing a lack of back and forth codependent texting, which is kind of an interesting thing. Here's the Page of Cups reversed. So this is either you or someone else. And here is an inner child that's really upset, that's sad, that doesn't feel creative, that doesn't feel safe to move forward. But this is also messages that are not being returned. And yeah, okay, so this has to do with divine counterparts. Here's the Lover's card. This also for me has to do with the 10th chakra, healing duality. And it looks like there's been some kind of halt in momentum when it comes to healing duality and creating wholeness. And I'm also hearing wholeness awareness. Okay. Let's look at this King of Pentacles. I almost feel like this is your safe energy, your safety energy, and you're moving into this. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody say prime real estate. Here's the deal though. Here's the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And this could be part of what is blocking you moving into a space that you're building walls. And the Wheel of Fortune reversed is saying this isn't the best use of your energy or your time building walls or creating a space where you're so independent and you're so on your throne or your pedestal that you're not working on healing this wholeness. Let's see. Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune reverse, Sag. Here we go. And here's the King of Swords reversed. So this King of Swords reversed is talking about any king that I see reversed is always a grown person coming from their inner child, or they're not coming from their element. And so this is not coming from the element of being very clear in thought or communication. So this is also something like, I'm going to put some walls up, or I'm going to put myself on a pedestal and make myself feel really independent because I'm not clear with what it is that I want. I'm not clear in the communication of what it is that I want. Let's ask more about that. King of Swords reversed. This is also having to do with, okay, so the King of Swords reversed doesn't communicate clearly, oftentimes because they don't have the big picture. Sometimes it's because they don't really know what they want. I would say most of the time it has to do with not wanting to see things from a different perspective. And that all is coming down to self-confidence, strength, and the ability to transmute pain into light and wisdom. So this is about focusing on what it is that you truly want and focusing on communicating that. Let's take a look at this. I have everything that I need. I'm being independent, possibly single, or at least having some kind of single mentality that has to do with not grounding into love because it creates false steps, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So here's the 9 of Pentacles, and there's part of your energy that's saying, I can have everything I want by myself. I can have everything I want without partnership, or I can just create it myself. Complete emotional fulfillment by being alone. And yeah, being self-fulfilled, self-satisfied, self-validating. Yeah, but there's also a part of you that's saying there's some injustice around this. There's some kind of karmic injustice around this. There's some kind of facade that's happening here. Some kind of, yeah, facade is the best word. It's almost like the facade, it's like putting your guard up. And that's the facade. But ultimately, I feel like it's this inner child that wants to be cared for, wants to be validated. Okay. The inner child wanting to be cared for and validated. It wants a safe place to have fun. And this is sneaky monkey energy. And so when I'm asking about this Justice card reversed, this karmic injustice, it's talking about things that have happened in the past that have been sneaky monkey, that have been strategic and not movements out of love. And those are the things that have actually created unstable foundations, instability. Yeah, okay. And this instability has to do with connection. It creates unstable connection. Okay, so here we have the Queen of Cups. So we've got the Queen and the King of Cups right here, divine counterparts, not facing each other. So there's something having to do with, there are three kings here out on the board. So the masculine energy has kind of, the scales are uneven. There's more masculine energy than feminine energy. So there's something going on with intrinsic emotion. Somebody's not dealing with their emotions. That's just going straight forward. Somebody's not dealing with their emotions. They're putting their guard up instead of dealing with their emotions. And they're also talking about some kind of foundation. Here's the in-love queen and the in-love king, some kind of foundation that is more fantasy than stable, with that Ace of Pentacles reversed, and more in the astrals than in 3D. Let's take a look at this in-love king over here. The in-love king, masculine energy coming from alignment, is talking about switching channels, changing the focus of energy. And there's something about that that is kind of sneaky monkey. Here's a Magician reverse. It's like, I'm switching channels and I'm doing it to be strategic, or I'm doing it to be manipulative in order to gain access to this intrinsic stability. I feel like somebody's playing mind games with themselves, even. Maybe mind games with somebody else, but playing mind games with themselves. I'm really curious about advice here, but let's look a little bit more. Okay. And here is another queen. So now we've got three queens on the table too. So this queen is really clear with her intrinsic intentions. She knows what she wants. She knows what she desires. She is very clear with what's going on in her mind and what's going on around her. This queen is really stable and is on a solid foundation. And it looks like somebody is coming in to change that, or to be part of that energy. But I think that's going to be a difficult thing to do, because this is talking about really being closed off. Somebody's being very guarded with what they're offering. They're being very guarded with being open to receive. So there's so much here about foundation and stability. There are fours, there are all these kings, there are all these pentacles at the very beginning. Like, there's just so much going on here. And I'm hearing someone say process information. And all of this at the beginning, talking about rebuilding and connecting wholeness, awareness. I'm hearing that again. Wholeness, awareness. Right. And the tower just popped out. So that's the universe creating a big, huge epiphany moment, whether you want it or not, kind of thing. This feels like it could be in the past. This could be the thing that sneaky monkey stuff happened in the past, strategy happened in the past, but I also feel like this is kind of a current energy as well. Maybe somebody dipping back into that energy to resolve wholeness, awareness. Here's also the Page of Swords that just flipped out. So the Page of Swords reversed, again, the inner child is trying to figure out how to communicate and is having a hard time communicating clearly. this page of cups is having a hard time communicating about emotions, where this page is having a hard time putting their words together. And this is also kind of a spy card, like trying to dig up information or trying to somehow accumulate information in order to, it suggests strategy. So Sagittarius, what the hell? Let's look at this Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Whew. This Ace of Pentacles is really talking about not grounding into things that are not safe, and talking about not grounding into some kind of connection with, I even want to say, the intrinsic mother. This is the psychic, the empathic, the emotional, the understanding queen, the in love queen. And I mean, that does have a lot to do with the dream world, being in the dream world, being in the meditative world, and this creating a lot of dysfunctional dynamics. Not wanting to manifest forward into the future with those. Sagittarius, this energy is talking about starting on a new road, starting on a new path, starting a process. This also indicates some kind of cycle that's starting or not starting. Someone is saying, I don't want to relive these dysfunctional dynamics. I don't want to manifest these dysfunctional dynamics forward into the future. Someone's very closed off and not wanting that to happen. And here's the Knight of Swords reversed, talking about needing to see the big picture or not having the big picture. I'm hearing somebody saying not having a clue. I mean, this all coming from the very first card, the Chariot, which is reversed. This is complete halting of momentum when it comes to moving forward because of fear. Oh, and somebody's wanting to, this can be a reconciliation. The Three of Cups can definitely be reconciliation. Someone's wanting to reconcile, but what that looks like is a Knight energy coming in and coming out, popping in for a short time and popping right back out. So that reconciliation doesn't look like it's very solid or long lasting. And somebody kind of wants to see if they can do that, just to see if they can do it. So when this happens, they're out and it's nothing on them. It's like they're releasing the burden of, this is mind fuckery ultimately, is what it seems like. They're just wanting to see if they can do it, and it's like they checked it off their list of things to do and they can, and now they're out. Wow. Oh, that doesn't really feel awesome. Here's the Queen of Wands. Somebody already knows that. Somebody is like very clear about what that energy is, and they're focusing their energy in a different way. They're also focusing their energy away from this type of union. All right, I want to ask for some advice, Sagittarius. Your advice is to avoid conflict. Energy you don't see coming. We'll get more advice here in a minute. Energy you don't see coming, Sagittarius. Wealthy man, thief, coffin, pathway, journey. So energy you don't see coming has to do with, ultimately, this wealthy man is more so a symbol of wisdom. somebody who's gone through a lot in life and lots of challenges, lots of situations. So they've gained a lot of wisdom. And almost this looks like somebody stealing someone's, I want to say thunder, or someone's ideas are put to rest. But then there's this ultimate realization that this pathway it really goes on. This isn't the end. This path really goes on and it goes forward, and there's more of a journey here than what has already been seen. I feel like this is so esoteric. It feels like such a convoluted mishmash of messages today, but someone who already knows, I feel like somebody is talking about a cycle, and a cycle comes to an end, but then they start the cycle back up. And this is somebody who already knows this cycle really well, and they just keep doing it. And it's a cycle of someone who's done this often. They kind of maybe pull energy away from other people. They cut it off, it ends, and then they start it up again. And so energy you don't see coming, maybe you don't see it coming, but maybe you're kind of aware of, or becoming aware of, this cycle that's happening. Okay, let's take a look at messages of love oracle and see what's going on here, Sag. We have integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? I think that's definitely what somebody is wondering and asking themselves. Chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. Denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. Spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. This definitely feels like some kind of a cycle. Okay, let's get some advice from Moonology. Your first advice had to do with not involving yourself in conflict. Here is surrender to the divine. Don't let the past hold you back. And nothing will come of this situation. Oh, all right, Sagittarius. That's what I have for you. Love you. Talk to you in your next one.